Please welcome your host, Matt Andrews. This is Insomnia55, the UK's biggest gaming festival. And while thousands of our LAN gamers are still gaming through the night, here at the Esports Arena with LG and Multiplay, it is time for our Astro Gaming Halo 2 Anniversary Championship. Teams have been playing for a share of our £3,000 prize pool, supported by Astro Gaming. Make sure you check out the new Astro Gaming A40s TR. They have just been announced, and they are tournament ready. Our two finalists both beat the pre-tournament favourite Supremacy in order to take part in tonight's final. Please welcome CAZ Esports and Epsilon Esports. Our finalists also met each other earlier on in the tournament, and when they did, Epsilon came out the winners 3-1, knocking CAZ Esports down to the lower bracket, which means Epsilon Esports have an advantage going into the final. And here to take you through to the final, it is Wonderboy and... It is very, very late is what it is here at the Esports Arena. Wonderboy, take it over.
It's Onset, okay?
I know it's Onset. I'm so sorry, Onset. It is Wonderboy and Onset.
Give it up for Onset, people. And let me tell you, this man actually saved the day, commentary-wise. This would have been a monologue if it wasn't for this man. He actually came all the way from Cambridge today just to commentate the Halo with me. Otherwise, it would have just been me sat here, and that would have been kind of awkward. So please, give it up for Onset, the man who has saved the Halo commentary. Thanks so much, Matt. Yes, we are here for the final. It is Epsilon going up against CAZ Esports. I'm joined by Onset, as Matt so fluently introduced you. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, I am Onset. Just to remind everyone for the future. Pleasure to be here, pleasure to cast, and really looking forward to this series.
It's a good start, isn't it, when people don't even know your name?
He'll know it by the end of the day.
I mean, come on. Don't worry. Listen, Matt has been doing a fantastic job on the stage all day. I think we should all give him a round of applause. Matt and the production team here on the esports stage at Insomnia55. Fantastic job. They worked their socks off. It's the last one of the day, people. Let's make it a good one. Okay, so we have Epsilon going up against CAZ Esports. Big game. They met previously, went in the way of Epsilon. What do CAZ need to do in order to make this go their way? How are they going to get themselves back into this series? I think CAZ have to bring the fire that they had in the last game that they played in. Vard was an absolute monster in that series. Flames was an absolute monster in that series. And the unsung heroes of the team so far have been Godshot and Snakey. They've been consistent the whole tournament so far. And if they can keep that up and they can stay on fire, there's nothing to stop them. They are going up against a tough Epsilon roster, though. If you know console gaming, you pretty much know about the Buck Twins. They're the most famous European twins that I can think of. There's probably some that are, maybe a little bit more famous that I'm forgetting about. But they're the ones that I know, and they're the ones that you should know. So the Buck Twins, especially Buck 57, they've been on fire this weekend. They really have stepped up to the plate. And I think last time we saw Buck 57 came to Insomnia54 was a few months ago. He'd only had a few months on the game. He was a little bit ropey, but now he's gotten those months back under his belt. He certainly seems to be firing on all cylinders, and he seems to be the Buck 57 of old.
I think that's something we both noticed earlier in the series, especially against Supremacy. He was not making mistakes.
No.
And the Bucks, when they're not making mistakes, are a duo that are renowned through European Halo, and probably will be in the future too. Obviously, Jimbo's been a great addition to this team since they've been working together really well, meshing together. And Snipe Drone, he just does his thing. He hits snipe headshots all the time, so difficult to beat that.
When you get Snipe Drone firing on all cylinders, he's a tough man to stop, because when he has Sniper, he doesn't want to let that go. He's going to keep that all day. If you want to take that Sniper off him, you can pretty much forget about it, because it's his. It's his weapon, you can't touch it, okay? Just so you know. If you ever play against Snipe Drone, you don't take Sniper off him. Let's run through the game types. First off, we're going to be seeing Warlord Flag. We're just loading into the game as we speak. Warlord Flag, for me, in my opinion, certainly favours CAZ Esports. We spoke about Vard, we spoke about the individual talents of Snakey, Flames, Godshot. I think this certainly plays in their favour. They have such strong individual skill. I feel like this one's going to go to CAZ, and it's worth noting as well, this is CAZ's host.
Absolutely. One thing we've mentioned earlier today is Flames' objective play. As soon as CAZ got 1 or 2 people dead on the opposition team, they've been able to capitalise straight away due to Flames getting in that base and getting that flag out almost immediately and starting those runs, which are then finished off by the rest of the team.
Yeah, he always runs the flag early, and I think that is key. But it looks as if the players are loading into the game now. It's going to be Game 1, CAZ Esports versus Epsilon, the grand finals of the Astro Gaming Halo 2 anniversary tournament here at Insomnia55, and we're going to be starting things off with Flames from CAZ Esports.
So we're jumping on board Fade here. Early burn on the camo though. That's going to go down straight away. We're going to see who can sort of pick up those early weapons, the shotguns, etc. But that is 4 down already for CAZ, I believe. It's a really strong start from Epsilon, and they're going to look to capitalise on this straight away.
Yeah, not looking good. It's not looking a good start for CAZ Esports there, as Jimbo's going to pick himself up a shotgun. I think, like you said, the early burn of the camo from Flames was key there. He overextended for that camouflage. Epsilon made him pay. They took him down with ease. And now Epsilon are already in the CAZ Esports base running a flag. This could very well be the first cap of the game. He doesn't have any pressure on him at the moment. Jimbo's facing no pressure at all, and this should really be easy to cap here for Jimbo.
Absolutely, and Jimbo's just running this in almost unshot the entire way, but he's eventually taken down by some long-range grenades. But that is strange to see, but another stop and a return on the flag there. I couldn't actually see who that was from. It was Vard, I believe. As we were saying before this game started, if Vard can start hot, then this is what CAZ need to do, and they can take this game.
Good stuff there from CAZ. Vard is coming off the respawn. He finds Jimbo coming off the respawn as well. This could be a counter cap here from CAZ Esports. Vard is in the perfect position to capture the flag, and there it is. The first point on the board in the grand finals goes to CAZ Esports.
And straight away we can hear Ed getting loud. We can hear him from across the stage. He wants to let them know that that cap's gone in straight away.
And I tell you what, when you're playing against Vard, that man, he's massive.
He is enormous.
Big man, big voice. If he starts shouting at you across the stage, that's not what you want to ease into this grand final. So when you get Vard shouting at you, that's certainly not what you want.
Big man, big voice, big plays so far, which is exciting, obviously, if you're a CAZ supporter here. Starting off the way that he ended the last series. If he can keep this up, Snaky on a double kill there, then CAZ, as I say, coming out on fire again. They just need to keep this momentum, and they can take this first game and hopefully look to take this to the second series.
I think we highlighted the key players so far. I think Vard certainly putting that flag capture in has been one of the key players, but the person we haven't really been given that much airtime to upstairs in the console room has been Snaky, because he's never really been on one of our points of view. So Snaky's one of those sneaky players who'll get under the base of Epsilon. He'll make sure, you know, he's ruffling their feathers, won't let them settle down. However, I do believe Epsilon themselves are running a flag as Buck57 picks up the kill. There is pressure there from a CAZ player. He's going to try and throw this flag in, but no, he's stopped. But there is, I do believe, Jimbo maybe trying to capture that flag. There it is. Epsilon tie the game 1-1.
But they have gone 3 down here off the spawn as well, CAZ. So this could be an opportunity for a double cap here. Snipe drone on the flag, pulling it out straight away, picking up 1 kill, but I don't know if that flag actually got returned. It didn't, and he's going to continue to run that.
That's really big, because if the CAZ player there gets the return, Snipe Drone has to go back up into the base, go all that way, give it an extra 5 seconds for his teammates to spawn around him, and that could completely change. However, I do believe an Epsilon player is about to capture the flag, but no! I believe a CAZ player says no. He returns the flag. It remains 1-1, just 3 minutes into this game. Very fast-paced action so far.
And that's the second time we've seen CAZ go huge in the base, just as that flag is about to be capped. And they're going to have to continue to do that in this game. Every time Epsilon get it close, they've got to make sure that they're there to stop that and get that return.
Vard there chasing through a teleport. I think he's found a player there, and I do believe Snaky was running the flag. He's down. Godshot is still alive. However, I hear screams from the stage, 4 dead. That's not what you want if you're Epsilon.
Scary Vard screams of 4 dead. Not what you want to hear at all. Godshot throwing the flag out and doing a great job here of laying shots down straight away, not forcing that flag. He's going to wait to get some kills, and then he's going to look to pull it again, I believe, once this player's been killed in the nades.
Here's the thing, as long as Godshot stays in that flag, yes, Epsilon return the flag when he throws it out, but he's already there to pull it again. Jimbo there soaring for a recover there. He actually got taken down. A bit of overextension there from Jimbo. Godshot goes down. There's another player. I believe it's Vard on the flag. It is returned by Epsilon, so 4 minutes in, still 1-1. Very fast-paced, frantic, back and forth. This is what we want to see in our grand finals.
And so far, excellent defensive plays from both teams. Flag's been back at the base, but Epsilon did a fantastic job there of not getting too carried away about getting that early return, picking up the kills, then getting the return, and then looking to pull a flag of their own.
Interestingly enough, not really seen too much of camouflage control so far. Not really sure whether that's been left. In fact, as I say that, I do believe there is an Epsilon player who's going to be Buck 20 with the camouflage. And he's really not using it to optimal effect. However, he does get a
Does get a nice double kill.
Yeah, I mean, shooting out on a flag plat, like out in the open like that when you have camouflage isn't exactly ideal. When you have camo, you think, sneaky plays. Let's get behind the enemy team. Let's get a shotgun, get a few close range kills. Buck20 said, you know what? I'm just gonna stand on top of a plat, shoot everyone. No one can touch me.
Absolutely, and when you do that with camo, you're always going to have a first shot advantage in a battle. When you're at this sort of level, if you can get that first shot, whatever the situation is, 99% of the time you are going to win that battle. As you see Alex here, he had the confidence to take those battles on, even with the camo, and it worked out for him, picking up the double kill, and now he's causing problems in the CAZ base.
Yeah, strong BR there from Buck20. Let's hop over to his brother 57. Of course, the gaming twins, Buck brothers here, trying to make their first Insomnia win in quite some time. I believe they won an Insomnia Halo tournament back at I-36.
Wow.
That was a long, long time ago, so they'll be looking to make I-55 a memorable one for them in Epsilon Esports.
Absolutely, and obviously coming off the back of a win over in Cologne at Gamescom, first Halo 5 tournament, they like the taste of winning, and they're gonna want more success.
And that's the thing. I think I tweeted out. I think Epsilon certainly have been galvanized by that Gamescom performance. Yes, it was on a pre-release build of a new game, but I just felt like they were the kind of team that needed that event win under their belt. Yes, they beat Supremacy, which they also beat here. It wasn't exactly the scalp that everyone wanted. They wanted to see them versus Optic Halo, but they still won the thing.
You've still got to beat everyone there, as I say. And with players like Jimbo and Snipe Drone on the team, they haven't won a tournament before. As soon as you have... Sorry, Snipe Drone and Jimbo have won a tournament.
There's Halo knowledge, come on.
Halo 2 anniversary tournament.
Okay. Good save, good save.
That's what I meant. And obviously, it gives them that confidence to go, they remember how to win again. As soon as they remember how to win again, you get that confidence you didn't have before.
We've done this before. That's what that feels like. Okay,
exactly.
Why don't we do that again? So that's what they're looking to do here. Snipe Drone staying alive on his own flag. Pretty important play, in my opinion. If you get an enemy in your own flag, it's kind of like the monkey on your back, You need to get him off. If
you have to kill him.
Exactly.
You have to get him off your base, because otherwise you're going to be half shields for the rest of the map.
Exactly.
You're going to get shot in the back, and Snipe Drone is one of those players who is so difficult to find once he is behind you, because he won't chase a kill. He'll put 2 shots, he'll move away to a different position and shoot someone else again. You have to turn around. You have to pay attention to him. If you don't, he's going to make you pay.
So after a frantic first 4 minutes, bit of a stalemate at the moment, teams just kind of feeling out each other. They realise, hold on a second, we are actually in the grand finals. Maybe we should check ourselves before we wreck ourselves.
Absolutely.
But now, as I say that, Epsilon are running a flag with Buck20. Jimbo's in the perfect position to fall back to the flag. And Buck20 is going to throw this one up. Jimbo's going to slam dunk it home. That's going to be 2-1 to Epsilon Esports.
And camo in the hands of Jimbo here. I was slightly concerned what I saw from Godshot there. Sort of came off the spawn, got shot a couple of times, just put his head down. Didn't really know what was going on. I don't know if that's miscommunication on his part or just being caught off spawn.
One thing I will note though, see Jimbo with that camouflage, he has that cloak. He's going to time that. Now that he has that under his belt, he's like a walking stopwatch, pretty much. He's not going to miss another camo now that he's got that under his belt. Probably one of the best players in Europe on timing that camouflage.
Absolutely. Epsilon don't have their own coach, which shows how good and how much trust they put in Jimbo to actually time those camos and power weapons on other maps. He will be bang on that. He will be seconds away, even in the Halo 5 Invitational, on a new game. He was on the overshield every time, and it just shows how good he is at it.
Yeah, good stuff there from Jimbo. However, he is under the cosh. I do believe CAZ were running a flag. Let's swap over to the CAZ side. That was returned by Epsilon. However, CAZ find themselves 2-1 down in this game. They need to fashion a flag run from somewhere, maybe get a few kills, maybe players like Snakey, Godshot, maybe even Flames need to do something big to get themselves back into this game. Snakey whips out the shotgun, puts Buck20 to bed.
And that's 3 dead there for Epsilon.
And that's exactly what they needed. I mean, Snakey there, couple of kills, and now they get a bit of control. You see Vard there at top middle. He's going to be raining down all kinds of shots, and now Vard has the camouflage.
So what we said about Jimbo was basically totally wrong.
Completely wrong. Ignore us. We've done this before, I promise.
Well, got things wrong.
We've commentated Halo and done things, said things wrong. I mean,
absolutely.
We say it pretty much every series.
So Vard here, absolutely looking to go on a tear here. He's got the camo, looking around to find some spawners. That must mean that they have at least 2 or 3 dead from the Epsilon side. He can't find anyone off spawn. That's a great job from Epsilon to be able to hide off spawn.
Yeah, they must have been aware that Vard had that camouflage. Hopefully I didn't give anything away, but you know what? I'm pretty sure it's just game sense from them. Vard trying to stay alive. Those shields are down. He finally gets taken out by an Epsilon player. We have Godshot in, I believe this is the side base. Nope, this is his own base, so he's getting pinned down by the Epsilon pressure. By 57 there, makes pretty short work of him. And now Buck57 is going to be the man trying to stay again. Look, the flag is out of CAZ's base, however, Buck57 is staying in there. I'll say that. Now he's jumped out. Great. Thanks, Will.
One thing I noticed there when Vard was top mid picking up those kills, that flag was not moving from CAZ.
No.
The flag didn't get up more than halfway across the map, whereas you see from Epsilon there, a couple of kills went down. Jimbo was straight in the base, straight getting that flag out, and that could be the difference.
Yeah, absolutely could. I saw camouflage up there. I'm not quite sure. Picked it up. Yeah, I'm not too sure. In fact, it's Buck20. You see there on the death screen. There we go. Buck20 with the camouflage. He is weak. He can't get this recap. In fact, no, I'm surprised.
This could be a cap.
Actually, just straight line that flag there to ensure the recov. Vard's going to be there to put in the second cap. Surely not.
Or is he taken down?
Surely not. Hopefully, for CAZ Esports, they can corral this flag. Godshot is getting peppered with bullets. He does slam dunk it home, though. Good stuff from Godshot. It is 2-2 in the grand finals, game number 1.
Great awareness from Godshot there. He knew there was a player in his nade, so took a route up onto his plat to jump over that player. Didn't worry about his death. As you say, one of those intangible things in game. Wasn't worried about dying there, all about getting that flag cap.
Absolutely. Vard here, again, is just making short work of the Epsilon roster, and look where he is. He's already in the Epsilon flag. He's going to get cleaned out there by Snipe Drone. Let's give Epsilon a little bit of love. It just cleared Vard out of their own base, which isn't exactly the easiest thing to do in the game.
It's a big thing to move.
He really is. So Snipe Drone here, immediately getting into a side base, getting up top, making sure there are no CAZ Esports members up top, trying to force some spawns down low. And there you see, there was already a weak player there up the top of the map. When you get top on Warlord, it's so hard to fight from the bottom.
And this is one of these positions that you want to see Snipe Drone in if you're an Epsilon player. He can control a map. He is so smart about holding this position down and not dying. He will not challenge kills. He will just literally hold down a base, call out where he's shooting, and let his teammates move around him.
Yeah, that's all he's doing. He's pretty much just taking rent here on the side base.
Perfect example there. He had Vard on the ramp. He didn't challenge the kill. He waited for Vard to move. He had to. Finished off the kill. And as you can see, another kill here on Snakey, not moving.
It's the thing, it's kind of the perfect position because you can see your own flag for defensive plays and you can see the enemy's flag for when your team are pushing in. So Snipe Drone pretty much taking rent on this side base. I mean, he's making this his home. He's pretty much pitching a tent. I mean, he's just not moving.
And he's clearing a way for a flag to be run. That's the main thing. You're locking down half of the map here that you can see. You can shoot across more than half the map from where he is with a lot of cover. You are clearing a route. As you can see here for Jimbo, with the camo, back on that camo timing, and he's going to look to cap this one. But another huge stop from CAZ.
I think it's Flames that's going to be in the nearest position to recover this flag. I do tell a lie there. It's Vard, but he gets taken down as well. I think it was Godshot in the end who actually recovered the flag.
And this could be a counter cap here. Godshot running this top mid. Will get hit by that nade, but Flames is in a position to finish this cap if he can just get it up onto the flag.
It's going to have to be Flames. He's going to have to venture out onto his own platform if he wants that Epsilon flag. However, he's going to stay at home, say, you know what, that's kind of dangerous. I'm going to stay at home, make sure you don't get mine. Does get taken down in the end. I want to see Godshot, I see you're alive, my friend. Try and do some things, maybe fashion a flag run here and there, but that's the thing, they don't really need to at this point. 2 minutes 30 left in the game in regulation, 2-2, it's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe this is the time for CAZ Esports to maybe say, hey, let's settle down, make sure they don't cap on us, just get ourselves into this final, get ourselves settled, and get a few kills.
As we saw in the early series against Epsilon, there was a few games that CAZ probably should have won where they tied up at the end. This will be a nice test for them. They'll know they've been here before, they'll see if they can close this game out. They won't want to overcommit because they've made those mistakes before. They won't want to make them again. They want to make sure that they take this as far as they can.
Absolutely, and Vard here, he's trying to help his team. I mean, he's taken on Snipe Drone. It's not easy to out-BR Snipe Drone. Yes, he's renowned for his sniping abilities, but his BR is on point as well. So good stuff there from Vard. Again, Godshot, just getting up top. That's one thing I've noticed a lot that maybe the Epsilon players don't do as much. Yes, we saw Snipe Drone earlier in the side base. Godshot and team tend to go up top a lot more than the Epsilon team.
See, Godshot was on the side base there, excuse me, but he has pushed in. He's been really aggressive, just focusing on that objective, which is why CAZ have been so good this event. Always focusing on that objective. As soon as they get 1 or 2 kills, they move in. They look for that pull.
Here's the thing though, Snakey is the last alive on the CAZ Esports side. He's going to meet a wild buck and that's not going to go in his favour. It was 57. We jump on board with him as he's fighting 2 of the CAZ Esports members there. So hard to win a 2v1 in Halo. His brother there needs to reload. He gets taken down as well. CAZ here putting some good kills on the board. Snipe Drone down. Wow, I have the finger of death at the moment. Can I just find someone who's alive, please?
I was going to say that camo is up and Jimbo is on it again. That's 3 out of 4 camos now he's had, which means he's been invisible for the best part of 3 minutes on this map, which if you're playing against Jimbo, it's hard enough normally. But if you can't see him, it's even more difficult.
Exactly, and he's got that shotgun in hand. We spoke about it before when Buck20 had the camouflage. When you have camouflage, pretty much the meta game is to get a shotgun and go up close, start sneaking around the map. But what Buck20 did, decided to use his gun skill instead, but now we see Jimbo, again, not even contested by the CAZ Esports team. And now that's going to be 3-2 to Epsilon, only 33 seconds left in regulation, so unless CAZ Esports get a cap within those 33 seconds, this game is over.
And again, we pointed out earlier how important that camo control is. Jimbo managed to run that flag pretty much uncontested with that camo. He got it halfway across the map, and then he played it really smart. He threw the flag up, he almost baited the flag, took his time, did the jump up, finished off his run.
So here we go, CAZ Esports under the cosh, 10 seconds left in regulation. This pretty much has to be the flag cap. This has to be the flag run to get the capture if they're going to force overtime in this game. Looking pretty good so far. Snakey's still
shots in position.
He actually puts the flag in. Surely not.
Got
10
shot.
seconds left in overtime, actually. They managed to get the tie-in cap, so next capture wins in this scenario. Good stuff there from CAZ, right at the death.
Absolutely, and CAZ are coming up clutch when it matters in this series. This is what we want to see from this series. We want to see CAZ closing out games. We want to see CAZ putting the pressure on Epsilon.
Oh,
and
here's
showing
the thing. Flames has the Epsilon
Flames has done it
flag
again.
in his own flag. Surely not.
Huge grenades. Vardy's on the point. Vardy's scored. That is
oh
what a
my
turnaround. My word.
Are you kidding me, CAZ? How did they win that game? 10 seconds from overtime. They found themselves down 3-2. And 40 seconds later, they've won the game.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Massive round of applause to CAZ for that finish. That was absolutely
That was
insane.
Amazing. Great stuff there from CAZ. That's the way to start a grand finals.
Absolutely. Now we're going to have a quick look at the stats when they come up. I've got to say, I was really impressed with the way that Godshot played in that match.
Yeah.
He was in the base all the time, making really smart plays, which when you're on the main stage, sometimes doesn't come as natural. But he was really composed, and his decision-making was spot on.
Snipe Drone as well, we did see, stayed alive for a long, long time. And it will probably reflect that in the stats. People will say, oh, Snipe Drone, no deaths. He's stat whoring, basically.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case. He was actually helping his team. He's pretty much locking half of the map down for a long, long period of time. And that will probably reflect that in his deaths. So I would love to look at the stats right now. But if I press anything, I'll probably break it. I'm hoping production won't shout at me if I do this. It didn't change anything. Don't worry. It's fine.
So Flames went -12 there, but it doesn't matter because he won.
He got the W, and that's what
Exactly.
it's all about.
And I think in general, CAZ were definitely outslayed there. I believe that Snakey actually went positive, quite a big positive there, positive 7, I believe, which is good to see from him. As we say, one of the players we haven't talked about on the team too much this weekend, but stepping up when it really matters.
Surprisingly enough, Epsilon actually won the slaying battle in that game. So that pretty much threw everything we thought we knew. There are the stats there. Everything we thought we knew coming into this game, we were going to say, hey, you know what, CAZ should be the strongest slayers.
Yeah.
It turns out, in actual fact, wasn't the case.
I mean, Snipe Drone's stats there are really impressive. He had 30 assists as well as 40 kills.
Yeah, that's 70 kills you're pretty much
He is doing a hell of a lot of damage on that side there. And his teammates maybe got to move on that objective a little bit quicker, maybe secure those runs.
Maybe. All right, we're loading into game number 2, which, by the way, is Shrine TS. Again, CAZ's host. If Epsilon here can get Snipe Drone to, you know, just babysit that sniper rifle, you know, I think Epsilon should be able to claw a few kills here and there. It's all about whether Snipe Drone gets going early on. What do CAZ need to do? We said it before the last game, though. What do CAZ need to do? Maybe it's what the Epsilon need to do.
Absolutely. I mean, one thing, last time we saw, I'm going to go back to CAZ very quickly. Last time that we saw CAZ start a Shrine game, Vard went in.
Yes.
He got a 6-kill spree straight off the bat, ring control. He was dominating from the start.
Yeah.
So I think it's only fair we see if he does that again.
One thing I'm going to say, though, I'm going to start with Snipe Drone.
Absolutely.
Only
Let's start with
why?
Snipe Drone.
Because all weekend we haven't had his point of view on a Shrine game. So we haven't really seen him use that sniper rifle to full effect, and I think that's what all the fans want. So we're going to be starting the game off with Snipe Drone. Game number 2 is about to get underway. Epsilon find themselves 1-0 down in the grand finals going up against CAZ Esports. And here we go.
So as you say, we're starting off with Snipe Drone here. Let's see if he can peel a few wigs to start with. That's what we want to see.
I would love to see that. And in my opinion, I think it's what Epsilon pretty much need to rely on him right now. Yes, the other team can work, the other 3 on the team can work as a 3 around him, but it pretty much all hinges on Snipe Drone. If CAZ can shut Snipe Drone down with this weapon, he will pretty much be ineffective.
Absolutely, and it's down to Snipe Drone's teammates to bait themselves in a smart way. They need to force people into areas that Snipe Drone can hit. shots on. If he can, there's one there, didn't quite hit the headshot, but it does finish off the kill on Vard there. This is exactly what we want to see from Snipe Drone. And as you noticed, obviously Vard thought there was a player in his hut, and that's great play from his teammates there, because Vard's not even looking at Snipe Drone to make that shot so easy.
The thing with Snipe Drone is, sometimes I say when I'm playing Halo, the easiest shots are the hardest to hit. You know, when they're out in the open, sometimes you just whiff a shot for no reason. Snipe Drone never misses those shots. If he sees you, that's it. You're dead.
Absolutely. And he doesn't miss, I mean, some of the difficult shots he hits with such consistency.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is incredibly impressive, which is why Epsilon do play this way. They put the game in Snipe Drone's hands. They say, you hit the shots, we'll create the opportunities, we'll win the game.
That's pretty much what this is going to hinge down to. I mean, look at the angles Snipe Drone's using. This is textbook stuff, pretty much. He's beating down a rock there. I think he was trying to move around that rock. He was like, hey, get out of the way. You weren't there before. Go away. But very slow, very tentative game type. We saw not so much the Havoc, but you know, the crazy style of play that Warlord was last game. This will be the real test for CAZ, because this is a slower paced game. They need to test themselves, make sure they keep themselves in check, make sure they're communicating. And that's what Epsilon are going to do so well. They're like robots. They won't falter in any way, communication or like emotional wise.
See, this game, the way it's been played, I think falls into the hands of Epsilon at the moment. They've played these type of games, the slower type of games. I would like to see CAZ try and take the game to them. We do have rockets in the hands of Flames. Ring control, no one's really there at the moment. Jimbo's in the ring with a shotgun, but no one's really looking to sort of make a move, to make a push. Snipe Drone's obviously looking for a pick, but I'd like to see a sort of a ballsy play from one of the CAZ players.
He did actually tag Vard there. Vard is the man on the other side with the sniper rifle, so this is the sniper war between Vard and Snipe Drone. Who has the bottle? But ooh, a cross-map grenade there takes down Vard. Back over to Snipe Drone. He knows Vard was the man sniping, so he's going to tell his team, hey, let's push up. We're not going to get picked off when this happens. So we're going to have free reign of the map. Let's try and extend our kills as much as we can while the sniper is out of Vard's hand.
Absolutely, and I think that was a missed opportunity there for CAZ. They did have the lead, but they did have two power weapons. If they could have solidified that ring control, they had the opportunity to put a string of kills together.
See, that's what I'm talking about. If that was me on Xbox Live, I would have missed that.
Yeah, absolutely, and
there
that's
you
a
go.
double kill for Snipe Drone.
2 kills for Snipe Drone. He just makes it look easy. However, he is shut down there by, I believe, was that Snaky? I think it was maybe Godshot. I don't even know. But great job there from the CAZ Esports side. Across the board, no one's gone back for that sniper rifle yet. In fact, it's the new man, 57, and he's got himself a sniper kill straight off the bat.
As we say, the new Will.
Yeah.
The Will is back. He has played lights out Halo this event, and as we can see here, Epsilon 12-6, doubling up this score, and they have made they've actually taken such a good advantage of the fact that they've had these power weapons and they've put them to use.
I think the key there was taking down Vard early with that sniper. The sniper said, Vard's dead, the sniper's down, let's push forward, get some kills, and now look, they're pretty much just dominating the scoreline 15-7.
Absolutely.
By the way, if you ever meet the Bucks and you want to know which one's which, the one in a good mood is Buck 57.
Good Buck.
He's the good Buck.
57 is good Buck.
Buck 20 is the bad Buck.
Bad Buck.
We don't talk about Buck 20.
No, he's off the rails.
He's a psycho.
If they're easy to distinguish, they look they don't look alike.
It's almost like they're twins.
Almost. Different parents, as we established earlier.
Different twins, different parents.
So, on board with Snipe Drone again. He's getting some interesting angles here, hopping up on the turret, looking for anyone that's on ring 3, looking to peel a player off ring 3. And he's not coming under any fire here, and he's just looking, sort of scoping around the map, trying to see if he can find any players for his teammates to sort of bait out for him again. As I say, he's not always looking to hit a shot straight away, but there's one that he has hit, and that's another death.
Just great adjustment there from Snipe Drone. You see the way he zoomed out and then just refocuses his aim, and then boom. It was like a laser. It really was. So great job there from Snipe Drone. I think what's playing into the advantage of Snipe Drone at the moment, CAZ don't have a sniper to try and get in a one-on-one sniper duel with Snipe Drone, and that's kind of what you need to do to shut him down, because right now he's just picking faces.
My worry for CAZ here, and I don't know if it's great play on the part of Epsilon, but they know that Snipe Drone is sniping on this flag, but he's hit 3 or 4 shots here when they're not even looking.
Yeah.
They're not even looking at him. I don't know if that's a poor communication, which is usually what it finds. And there's some more sniper ammo for Snipe Drone.
Have some more fun.
So he's not going to be moving. He's not moving at all.
Here you go, Snipe Drone. You
as
put
I
on
say,
a
it's
show.
another shot there where it's a quick shot, but the player isn't looking at it.
No, absolutely no there's no fear of retribution there for Sniper.
No,
he knows the enemy team don't have a sniper. He doesn't have to worry about it. He can just pretty much do what he wants. If he gets shot by a BR, okay, I'm just going to run away. He's always in a position to get himself out of trouble. Right now, CAZ just needs to try and force a push somehow onto Sniper and catch him unawares. I mean, he can't snipe all 4 of you at once.
No, absolutely. They need to put the pressure back onto Epsilon. It might cost them a couple of kills, but they might get more kills off of the respawn. They need to try and do something here to establish map control, because at the moment, nothing's really working for them.
I would love to swap onto a different point of view, but right now, Sniper is just putting on a clinic. I feel like it would be a disservice to the stream if I was to swap off Snipe Drone hitting these lovely shots. So we're just gonna sit back, relax, let it happen. It's just beautiful to watch.
Absolutely, and you can see their excellent play from the Epsilon players, baiting that player out onto the jump up to allow Snipe Drone to have a shot at him. But finally, a push coming from CAZ, getting up to ring 3, putting those shots and pressure, and Snakey here putting the push on and putting the pressure on.
Yeah, I think it was Snakey who was actually the man who decided, you know what, Snipe Drone, he's doing work. If we're going to win this game, we're going to come back. If we're going to get even close to winning this game, we need to shut that man down.
Absolutely.
Good friends, of course, Snakey and Snipe Drone, previous teammates as well. So he knows what he's capable of. I believe it was Vard up on ring 3, and then Snakey was just like, right, I'm just going to charge him. He's not going to hit this shot.
See, CAZ have an opportunity here. They've got some spawns going. They're starting to get a little bit erratic. Some spawning one side of the map, some spawning the other. But Epsilon doing a great job of taking those players down in ring, and they're going to have control of the map once again.
Now, this is the kind of time where CAZ can really get back into the game. No power weapons across the board on any of our screens, so now's the time. CAZ Esports, you need to get Epsilon on a predictable spawn cycle, start getting some shots down just like this, make people weak, make it easier for your teammates to kill some players. But again, 12 kills down, it's hard to come back from. They're doing their best, but they need some power weapons, in my opinion.
This game is all about the next cycle of power weapons, and as we said earlier, Havoc is the coach. Yep. He'll be trying to time those rockets, but Jimbo is so hot on those rockets. This set of rockets and snipers could change the game.
Here's the problem as well. I believe Epsilon actually know the cycle of both sniper rifles, because we saw a Snipe Drone with his own sniper pick up the enemy team's sniper.
Absolutely.
So he has both bases' sniper rifles on time pretty much. So he's just going to get that next time as well.
Absolutely, and obviously from my coaching experience, it is so important to know those times. If you've got players who can keep death screens even when they get killed with someone with rockets, that can change the game, and it is very difficult to keep track of all the weapons on here, especially the spawn times.
Yeah, it really can. We saw Flames there for a short period of time. He didn't actually have a sniper rifle of his own, but he's no Snipe Drone. He couldn't hit the miraculous shots. He got down. He got taken down pretty quickly. Again, no power weapons in play for either team. So,
however, just a 6-kill game now. Just a 5-kill game.
Ooh,
the
wow.
comeback is on here. Snakey goes down,
Okay.
but this is what I want to see from CAZ. I want to see CAZ putting the pressure onto Epsilon. I don't want to see them sit back, letting Epsilon play their game.
Yeah.
And here we go, another kill, and the sniper now in control of Flames. This is what they need to do.
And again, look at who the kill was on. It was on Snipe Drone. So that's almost like 2 kills. That could be multiple kills for your team.
Oh,
you
great
took
kill
down
for Flames.
Snipe Drone when he had a sniper. That's a point on the board and another 5 for taking down the sniper.
And there's Snipe Drone. I think he's come straight back
yep,
for his
well.
snipe there.
Nope, I don't believe it was. It's
Oh, no, it wasn't?
57, I think. Yeah, go on 57.
So Will having another go.
Get yourself some
Impressed us
airtime.
earlier.
Yeah.
But as I say, a 6-kill game now, and all of a sudden, CAZ, I think, have sort of worked the game out a little bit.
I think so, yeah. 7 kills. However, Epsilon only needs 6. So little room for error here for CAZ. If they die more than 6 times, it's pretty much game.
They
And
do
that's
have a
down
sniper
to
rifle
5
though.
now.
There's a sniper rifle in the hands of Vard, who's going to be going up against 57. He does know he's there. Gotcha's got to be more aware of that.
Come on, Liam. We're in a grand finals here, bro. You can't be doing that kind of stuff. Come on. This isn't matchmaking anymore.
No, you're not going to get away with walking in a straight line down the streets in the grand final,
Oh, what's that?
unfortunately.
Hold on, let me just get in ring, boys. I'll wait.
Don't worry, boys, I'm going.
I got this, don't worry. But anyway, Epsilon close out game number 2, 50 to 38. They call themselves back into this series. We are all tied up, 1-1.
Absolutely, and 18 kills for Jimbo. 18. That's a lot of kills.
That's a lot of kills, and I mean, that's a pretty good way as well to get yourself back in the series. You lost game 1, okay, it was pretty close, but that game, that was a methodical game. Your enemy pretty much had to think about that game, and we're going to take a quick look at the stats here before we cut back to our wonderful faces. I know you're all here for our faces, but we've got to look at some stats. We've got to give the players some
Jimbo
effort.
just went plus 11.
All right then, Jimbo. Okay, cool.
I think that's pretty much the only stat we need to look at,
Yeah,
really.
good
Jimbo
job, Jim.
has just dominated that map.
Good job,
Well done, Jim.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely. Great play from Jimbo.
You know why?
Why?
He's on stream. He's got his stream. That's
Yep.
why. Off stream, he probably wouldn't have done that, but because he streams so much at home, he's pretty much the only EU Halo streamer other than myself and a few others.
He's in his comfort zone.
Quick plug there, by the way, just in case you wanted to check me out. Anyway, Jimbo putting on a big performance, game number 2. That's exactly what Epsilon needed. We're going into game number 3, which, by the way, is going to be lockdown ball onto Epsilon's host now.
Interesting game. So I'm not really sure which way this one's going to go, to be honest. I've seen both teams play lockdown pretty well this event.
I won't lie to you. I
Go
don't
on.
know if LAN host on Halo 2 Anniversary is a good thing or a bad thing. Do you want it, or do you not want it? Like, what does it do to the game? Do you have any idea? Because I don't.
I don't think it's an enormous difference,
Okay,
to be
that's
honest.
fine.
It's not like a Halo 3 host or something like
Halo
that.
3 host, oh my word.
Like, it's not a game changer
Yeah.
in that sort of way. It's, you know, it's something they have to deal with. It's slightly different, but it's not the end of the world.
Now we see the CAZ Esports players, they need to win both best of 5s here in the grand finals, otherwise it's curtains and Epsilon win. Big shout out, by the way, to Astro Gaming, our sponsors. Did I ever tell you how much I love Astro Gaming?
Yeah, Harry has told me about 8 or 9 times today
Astro
that
Gaming,
he loves Astro Gaming.
Astro Gaming are my favourite headsets. If I had a choice, I'd wear them 100% of the time.
Harry would choose A40s over A30s, however.
That was never confirmed.
But if you could have both, he'd definitely have both as well.
I like the earbuds, the A38s I think they're called.
Yeah, and the wireless ones. What, the A40?
A50s.
A50s. Yeah, they're good.
They all come with mix amps as well, by the way. Anyway, we're loading into the game. We're going to be starting off with the man from last game, Buck57. His team, Epsilon, 1-1. They only need to win one best of 5, so 2 more games and it's curtains for CAZ Esports. Lockdown ball, how do you assess Epsilon's confidence coming into this game? Obviously, they won the last game. Do you think this could be a steamroll from here on in, or do you think CAZ will put up a bit more of a fight?
I don't think so. I think CAZ came back really well in that Slayer. They were down by a lot more kills than it ended up being, and they sort of worked Epsilon out. I think they sort of felt them out a little bit. Maybe it's that main stage thing, playing a little bit scared, don't want to overcommit, but they've worked out at the end, hey, if we charge at Epsilon, we're going to cause them problems, and I think that's exactly what they need to keep doing for the rest of this series.
I'm looking across the CAZ side, and I can't really think if anyone here actually has main stage experience. I mean, I think the CAZ lineup went to Germany, and I think there was a stage in the Halo 5 Invitational, so maybe some of that stage experience might play into the hands of Epsilon, because obviously they've been on stages before. All these players are pretty much seasoned veterans. They know the ins and outs of stage gameplay, what it feels like to be on stream constantly. I don't know whether that psychological factor might just play against CAZ Esports. They certainly seem to be the less experienced team.
They need to play as if they're at home. It's as simple as that. As we saw them earlier, when they were playing their best Halo, they were confident, they were loud, they were letting people know they were playing good Halo. And as we see there, Snaky just absolutely charging in, Flames holding the ball, and this is exactly what they need. They need this good start just to give them that confidence that they can win the series.
Don't get me wrong as well, just because CAZ don't have stage experience doesn't mean they haven't been in finals before. I mean, Snaky and Flames have won Halo 3 tournaments back in the day. I mean, Vard has won FFAs, and we've seen Godshot on different games as well. He's a multi-gamer. He came close. He actually finished second in a Gears of War tournament back in 2007. That's how just
I did not know that.
naturally skilled this man is. I think
The guy is a talent.
Was it XL5, something like
What
that?
a guy.
He was actually picked up by Powered Gaming on the day.
What a champ. I did not know that about Liam.
Placed second.
Wow. Congratulations.
Apparently he got 1 kill in the final though, so I don't think he's too happy about that. But we gloss over that fact. Anyway, into the game, I do believe Snipe Drone's got a sniper. That's not what you want if you're CAZ. We saw what he did in the last game. It was like a shooting range. It was like he was on GTA, he just got in his car, went down to the shooting range, and was just like, I fancy shooting some people today.
I'm going to show my age here. It was like Duck Hunt. Do you remember Duck Hunt on the Super Nintendo?
I wish I did.
I'm showing my age big time.
I'm a spring chicken.
Unbelievable game. You got a little gun with it and everything.
Wow.
Mind blowing.
Okay.
That was
anyway, back to the Insomnia55
Yep.
Duck Hunt final. I mean, Halo 2 Anniversary final. Buck 20 there gets shut down by a sword player. Who was that? I think it's Vard actually getting a lot of the ball time here. Pretty close game in the whole scheme of things. About a 10-point game, and that's only rising in CAZ's favour. The slaying battle seems to be pretty even. I mean, power weapons seem to be in the hands of who is that? Is that Godshot? Just
I believe Godshot's got the snipe. Yep.
Has he got sword as well? I think maybe. Yep, he does. But he's taking
down both of those weapons down S3 now. Vard's going to look to move across and secure those weapons. I would hope.
Oh, okay, Vard. Let's get some more ball time. Screw it, man.
However,
hey, you're in the final. We're not. You do
what do we
you
know?
want. That's cool. You do what you want.
all I know is that they're now more than doubling their time.
And all I know is we're not playing Duck Hunt.
And all I know that he's just picked, a member of CAZ has picked up the sword and locked it down anyway.
All right, so there's Flames with the sniper in hand. I haven't really seen much of Flame sniping this weekend. You've seen right there, he can hit a few shots. Besides that sword, he has the Ogre 1 combo.
Ogre.
Oh, Ogre 1 combo.
Ogre. Oh, we did it. We tried so hard not to do it.
Let's not get into this.
But
Sims,
we did. Bien.
we know you're watching. It's bien.
Now let's see if...
like water over rocks.
Stop it, Harry.
Hits like Thor's hammer.
Stop it, Harry.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I tried. I almost got through the whole grand final without doing it. I mean, we're only like halfway through.
And all of a sudden, while we're being silly, look at the score.
Oh yeah, CAZ Esports just galloping into a lead. I mean, what is that? Over a minute's lead. 62 points, I do believe.
And they're almost halfway to winning this game.
Yeah.
There's 100 points almost up, I believe.
Oh no, Varden, I think another player there just got taken down by this.
And that's 4 dead for CAZ.
One thing I'm seeing though is Epsilon Snipe Drone has S3 control, such a commanding power position on the map. He can see elbow, as you see there. The bottom blue spawns will be pretty much locked down by Snipe Drone. Anyone coming up elbow, anyone coming from library, BR3, this position pretty much is the best place to sit on the map.
If we could just hop on board with Jimbo here, I really like the play he's making. They are trapped bottom blue here, but Jimbo is putting so much pressure on this spawn by actually going to top blue and shooting down on them that they can't get out. There's no way they can get out. Even though they spawn in library here, Buck 20's BR3, they are trapped either side of the map at the moment, and it's so difficult to get out of this spawn. As we can see, the ball guy is not getting shot at all, and they're racking up time.
This really is textbook stuff. I mean, like you said, Buck 20 was BR3, so if they spawn by Buck 20 can help him. However, if they spawn by Jimbo, Buck 20 can help. No, wait, did I just say Buck 20 could help himself? I don't know.
No, you're good.
No, Jimbo can help Buck 20. That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Jimbo basically is the eyes for the team there.
I
He
do-
can see if they spawn in library, Buck 20 can then move and he can put shots on. Jimbo can even jump top mid from blue if he needs to help finish those library guys. Obviously with this guy S3, if anyone goes top mid from library, they're going to get shut down. They have eyes on every single area of the map, and that is what is so important.
Those are the words I meant to say. Can you do my words for me? Can you say all the words?
You can lend all my words.
All right,
It's
well,
fine.
Snakey, he saw his team just pretty much give up that whole lead, but now he's trying to, try to push his team across that finish line in this game. There's still a lot of time left, 6 minutes and 10 seconds left. His team have around a 20-point lead. That is growing, but look, he's got sword in this shortcut area marked. It's so important to keep sword in this area. Why don't you tell everyone else who may be new to Halo why it's so important to keep sword right in this position?
Well, you'll see here. The lunge that you get with that sword is absolutely unbelievable. And actually from this point, if anyone goes top mid and does a little jump, the shortcut jump to S3, he can take them down straight away with absolutely no problem at all.
The call out there from Snakey though, 3 elbow, 3 Epsilon players just pretty much straight lining up elbow. Didn't work out for him though. They do have the ball down there, so maybe an Epsilon player could play it. However, I think they've just completely cleared out S1, so ignore what I'm saying. Snakey's back to get some more ball time. That lead is rising for CAZ Esports. This is pretty tough for Epsilon to try and break this kind of setup. Snakey and crew are just pretty much galloping into a lead.
Absolutely, and the Epsilon players are spawning on the BR side of the map, so they are spawning across map, and as we can see, that lead is increasing by the second. It's 150 now to 95. They are locking this down. Flames is doing an incredible job, B3, keeping Epsilon at bay.
The thing is now that Flames is off of BR3, it allows the Epsilon members to push up elbow, attack from different angles, and that's why you saw Snakey there throw that ball off the map, reset it to top middle. Now that he didn't have that buffer on BR3, as long as Flames was up there, he could watch over the whole top of the map, and Snakey didn't really have to worry about it. But since he was taken down, Epsilon just fashioned a push, and he had to throw the ball
and
off.
if we could hop on board with Vard here, he is trying to make plays. He is not letting Epsilon take this ball into library. He pushed across top mid as the last player alive there, weakened the ball guy and took the sniper away, hits the headshot and almost hits the second shot on S3. And all of a sudden, that play from Vard means that ball, they're not getting time. They have B3 control, and they're not spawning bottom blue, more importantly.
We were speaking about it earlier. Vard looks like the Vard of old. He looks like the Halo 3 Vard.
Absolutely,
And
he's
that's
been
scary.
dominating.
That is absolutely, that's a scary thought. If anyone knew Vard in Halo 3, he was a monster. He was arguably the best individual in the game.
He proved it in the FFAs. That's 3 dead now, and Vard is getting loud. We can hear him again from our position across the stage.
Godshot doing work for his team, doing the dirty work pretty much. He's the ball carrier at the moment. He's racking those points up for his team while his team work around him. He's jumping up and down right here, making sure no one comes up from that bottom BR area, and he knows now that he's been shot from bottom blue, he knows the Epsilon players are trapped down there. He's going to tell his whole team they're just going to collapse on that area.
Absolutely, and they are closing in on that 200-point mark here. Huge plays from Godshot. We talked about Godshot earlier. He's the type of player that makes everyone else on his team play better.
Yeah.
Sometimes doesn't put up the best stats, but he makes his teammates' life so much easier. He makes everyone weak on the map. He will make individual battles so much easier for his teammates. And as you can see here, 200 to 101 points. That is a dominating comeback from CAZ.
Good stuff there. CAZ bounce back from losing game number 2. They win game number 3. What did you say it was? 200 to less than 100?
101.
101.
Yep.
So Epsilon did get over the 100-point club. Good job to them. They didn't win the game though. That's not what you want. It's all about that W. Good job from CAZ. They bounce back in this series. The series is now 2-1 in favor to CAZ Esports.
Absolutely, and we saw such a close game 1. And then from there, we saw Epsilon take over, and now we're seeing CAZ come back. It's exactly what we want to see.
It's back and forth. I mean, we saw it earlier in the tournament when they played against Supremacy. No one expected them to come out of the gates as they did. No one expected them to be so individually strong. No one expected them to come with the fire, the passion, the will and desire to win.
Absolutely.
Do you like those words?
The good words again. I'm using all of my words.
Sometimes I do good words. Most of the time I do the good words. But sometimes I don't do good words.
It's just pure nerves. That's what I find. Sometimes I stutter.
Sometimes I don't do words good.
I think CAZ are going to take this first series.
Really?
I'm going to put it out there. I think they are playing the Halo that Epsilon do not like to play against. I think they worked it out. That Shrine game they might have lost, but as I said previously in that game, I think they worked Epsilon out.
Yeah.
I think they showed if they put them under pressure, they don't like it. They will win those BR fights. Flames and Vard, I always notice when they're in BR fights, where they are jumping off ledges, where they are challenging, they still hit their shots.
Yeah.
And if they can get into those positions, I think they can take this first series.
Well then, game number 4 is going to be the telling story. If CAZ take it, we're going to be going to a second best of 5 because CAZ came in from the lower bracket, so they need to win 2 best of 5s. However, if Epsilon win this, we'll be going to a game 5. However, before we do that, we have to play game number 4, which, by the way, is Shrine Bomb. Mark, where do you see this one going? Again, we spoke about the individual strengths of a team like CAZ. However, I think Shrine Bomb personally might just favour the more organised team in Epsilon Esports.
Absolutely. I think Shrine is one of Epsilon's best maps. I think Jimbo is a very smart player, as we saw in the Slayer. He controls power weapons, but he's also very good at organising his team in game. Yeah. He will tell people what to do. He will tell people to come back with a flag. It's even so specific. He won't say, come back with a flag. He will say, Alex, come back with me with the flag, because he will see Alex on the screen and he will tell him how to react to that.
He's almost directing traffic. But anyway, we are in game number 4, Shrine Bomb. If CAZ win, we're going to a second best of 5. However, if Epsilon win, we're going to a game 5.
One thing I was really impressed last time we saw CAZ play this, though, was how sneaky they were with the bomb and how much bomb control they had. We saw Vard, I believe, we saw Flames holding the ball in the shotgun, the opposition shotgun, and waiting for that moment to push the bomb in.
Yep.
And they took this from Supremacy.
Yeah, it was against Supremacy, actually. The team we favoured to win this tournament, I believe it's Snipe Drone with that sniper. Again, we can't switch away from this man while he's got this weapon.
It's not fair.
It's criminal to do so,
sacrilege.
pretty much. But we saw CAZ Esports against Supremacy earlier on in the tournament. They will happily grab that bomb, post up against the enemy team, and make 2 of the enemy team come back to their own side. And that's when their own players push forward, start to get a little bit of map control, and then they go from there.
Absolutely. And it's those sort of smart plays that you need to make in this series. You cannot play differently to how you played earlier in the tournament. You have to play to your strengths, and hopefully we can see CAZ do exactly that.
Alright, well, speaking of CAZ, as Snipe Drone goes down, let's see what Godshot's doing. He goes down as well. Is Vard alive? Yes, he is.
I think that was 4 dead there momentarily for Epsilon. Huge plays from CAZ, and if they can keep this pressure on, as you say, that bomb is on the Epsilon side of the map, and that is where CAZ will try and keep it. They will bait that bomb, and Ed's going to push in here, try and kill Alex, and pick up the bomb straight away. So before it resets, huge plays from Vard. Really impressive stuff from him.
Here's the thing with Shrine Bomb. You can win the slaying battle, but if you're playing against a team like CAZ Esports that like to post up with that bomb, keep the bomb on the enemy team's side, the other team can win despite getting outslayed. However, Vard has no intentions of getting outslayed in this game, taking down a player there. He does in the end get taken down himself though. Let's see what 57's up to. In fact, you know what? Let's go to his brother.
Let's jump on board with Alex, aka the Bad Buck.
The Bad Buck.
Not for his Halo ability, I would like to point out. He's just very good at Halo.
He's grumpy. He's
But
just a grumpy bloke in general, I think.
Not really, Alex, we love you.
I'm serious.
Oh, okay, fair enough. He's calling you out, Alex, just so you know.
You know what? I said it. He had a go at me once. I was adminning an online FFA, and I put the wrong settings on the rules. He had a massive go at me.
Well, you haven't got a leg to stand on.
Good point.
Anyway, Alex, as we say, back away from the arguments, and this looks like Epsilon are going to pick up the first plant.
Or maybe not. I think Jimbo just got taken down. Is there a player there to finish off the plant?
think
Buck20's
Buck20
moving in for it. It is around halfway off, so Buck20 only needs to hold that for around 3 seconds. However, he has a teammate to do it already. That's going to be first bomb on the board. Buck57 putting that one down. Epsilon strike first blood.
Good Buck.
Yeah, the good Buck.
Good Buck.
Do
Doing
the good plays.
work.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what we want to see from 57. As we say, really stepped up this tournament from when we saw him come back into the scene. The thing is with 57, he's always had the ability. He's always got the knowledge. It's just getting that rustiness off and getting back to that previous standard.
It's just a case of time. I did like what Jimbo did there straight away. After his team planted the bomb, he picked up the new one and pushed it onto the enemy side. Kept them thinking, hold on a second. We need to get this bomb off our side, otherwise they could do what we like doing to other teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost the CAZ style play.
Exactly.
Getting the bomb on their side, making them worry about that, as well as the push coming.
So Flames here, he does have ring control. He has the bomb in hand as well. His team 1-0 down. They do have a lot of time left in this game, so certainly not panic station at the moment. He's going to sneak this bomb around into the enemy base. This is very, very sneaky. However, I think Epsilon do have an idea of where he is. I think they must know. Oh no, surely not the
honest,
bomb
I was looking across the point of views there. I'm not so sure they did. But I do believe the sniper drone does have a sniper on the hut, so as soon as he goes to this arm, he is going to get destroyed.
Yeah, I'm afraid for Flames' face at the moment. Sniper drone is literally watching this like a hawk. If any CAZ Esports member comes along, Sniper Drone's going to take his face off.
And there it is.
Well, I mean, he tagged him, he didn't take the face off, but it pretty much did the same thing.
And that's 3 dead, and that is great patience from Sniper Drone.
Oh, yeah.
Some people would say, oh, he's not moving. That's patience. That is pure patience. He knew that was the most important play he could make on that map. He knew he was the only one in position to stop that, and he did a great job.
And that's the most important thing, right? The objective. If the enemy team's in your base, you've got to make sure you kill them.
Absolutely. You've got to stop and plant that bomb. Because as we know, Harry, whoever plants the most bombs usually wins the game.
Yep, most plant bombs do the words good.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, so Snipe Drone at the moment. One thing I think he's taken from other players like Chalky, I think he's studied their gameplay. Snipe Drone up on ring 3. In the past, we've never really seen Snipe Drone play aggressive with a sniper rifle. However, right here, he's happy to sit out in the open. Well, not so much out in the open on ring 3, but he's in an advanced position, whereas previously he would absolutely love to sit across the map, maybe in his own base, in a place where he could run away. However, the new improved Epsilon Snipe Drone is happy to pick faces from ring 3.
Absolutely, and the difference between that is if you can pick a few shots up here with the sniper on ring 3, all of a sudden you're in a position to shoot spawners straight away with that sniper. You can keep 2 dead on 2 cycles of spawns.
Yeah.
If you're shooting from your side of the map and you get a double kill, there's still going to be 4 alive by the time you're in position to then spawn kill after that.
Exactly. However, I was going to say let's swap across to someone else, but as long as Snipe Drone's got this weapon in his hands, I can't. I physically can't do it. I pressed the click and my finger just wouldn't do it.
This is where Snipe Drone's so dangerous, on the other side of the map, in the enemy's base, in their hut, especially with this weapon in his hand. As we can see, they have no idea where he is.
Yeah.
As soon as he hit that shot, he backed away. He didn't want to give his location away to the opposition team because they know he's such an important kill.
Finally taken down. Let's swap over to Flames and look what he has in his possession. Last time I saw him, that's when I wanted to swap over from Snipe Drone. He had rockets in his hands. Can't see where those have gone. He doesn't have them in his back pocket. I think they must have been out. So Flames here, he's trying to push his team forward. That bomb, he's trying to get that onto the Epsilon side.
I think he's just trying to regain the momentum for his side.
Yeah.
He did a really good job there, I wanted to point out, by not dying to that guy. He was at a massive disadvantage, both height and shot-wise. Managed to stay alive and move that bomb, and now that's 3 dead for Epsilon momentarily. Vard on behind the... Oh, I like Vard behind you. It's not a nice place to have a Vard.
Yeah, but Epsilon were savvy to the danger. They know, you know what, Vard behind us, that's not a world I want to live in. So let's take it down straight away. Make sure that doesn't happen to us.
One thing that I've noticed Epsilon have done so well, because they are such a good in-game communicating team, as soon as that player's behind them, they know he's there. Supremacy maybe didn't have that communication in-game, and they paid for it. The amount of times they lost where the bomb was on the map, where players were, it cost them. But Epsilon, every time a player's been behind them, he's been shut down almost immediately.
All right then, so around 7 minutes into this game, again, a bit stalemate, 1-0 on the boards for in favour of Epsilon. Again, we're sort of seeing that kind of stalemate period where the teams are just happy to kill each other, get a little bit of control here and there. As Godshot moves into ring, almost going to take down 2 players. Nice double there from Godshot.
Really good plays from Godshot here.
Good job, Liam. You did good. And now his team are pushing forward with the bomb. Let's see if they can get a plant. If they haven't planted, however, by the 15-minute mark in game, it will be an Epsilon win. So keep an eye on that little timer in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. If the teams are tied when that hits 15, then we go into overtime. However, at this moment in time, Epsilon are going to be taking game number 4 and forcing game 5.
Absolutely. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here from Godshot. Been alive for quite a long time here, put so many people weak. He just needs his teammates to try and push up with him so that they can clean up those kills and move that bomb in. Now leaving the bomb, getting in the opposition's hut, and this is such a difficult place to get a player out.
It's kind of at that weird moment in the game where it's quite deep in and there's no sniper rifles or power weapons in play at the moment, so this is pretty much just all raw ability at this moment in time. There's no power weapons to get in the way. It's who can fashion the most teamwork onto the map at one moment in time. As I say that, Flames has a rocket launcher, just making me look stupid. Thanks, Flames.
I've got a feeling that Flames may have just killed 2 of his teammates.
That is not what we want to see on main stage. This is the grand finals, Flames. This isn't, you can't just shrug that off like it's matchmaking, because look, now Epsilon have the rockets in hand. I'm trying to see who that is. I think it is Snipe Drone.
It's Snipe Drone,
Or
yeah.
should
He's
I
got the
say-
rockets in hand, and that is how you use a rocket.
Should I
Absolutely
say-
destroying the shields.
Should I say Rocket Drone?
No, you should say Snipe Drone.
Okay, Snipe Drone has
Absolutely.
the rockets. Okay. All right.
So he's got the rockets here, and as you see, back on ring 3, back on that aggressive side of the map, and all of a sudden, straight away, as you see, those kills are cleaned up. He's looking for spawners straight away across the map, pushing in with these rockets now. I think he knows there's a guy under turret, and that, well, Flames shouldn't have been killed by that rocket, because Flames should still have them in.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have happened. I think I like what I saw out of Snipe Drone there. He realised, you know what? Holding ring control with this one rocket isn't what I should be doing at this moment in time. I'd be better placed to move into the enemy's flag. And while we have Jimbo here with a sniper rifle, it's going to be pretty much curtains for the CAZ side as they're trying to come off the respawn. But Jimbo's just saying, you know what? I'll take your face. I'll take your face. Ooh,
And
almost took
Epsilon,
another
I really
phase
like
there.
what Epsilon are doing. They've actually moved back across out of that spawn to force spawn them in the rocks. They moved out of the rocks, out of that BR area, made sure that they were filling up, but one player did spawn and flank through and picked up that sniper rifle.
Yeah, good job. Who was that? I'm trying to see. I think it was Flames, actually.
It was Flames, yeah.
So he's making up for his previous mistake. He did kill one or two of his teammates with a rocket launcher and then died to Snipe Drone with the rockets. So he's trying to atone for his mistakes. He did quite well there. Pretty much quelled the Epsilon pressure on his own side.
The boy done good.
He did good.
The boy done good.
The problem is now, though, he has to face against Snipe Drone in a sniper duel, and that's not who you want to go against.
Absolutely, we've already seen, but that's takedown 57, but he's going to give it. This is where I want to see him move. This is where I'd like to see him take another angle. He's going to be called out that he's ring 3. Snipe Drone is just going to be scoping in on that ring 3 position, and he's going to know he's there. But these are huge shots here from Flames. His teammates just need to push up there. There's the shot from Snipe Drone. That's going to force him down, and all of a sudden, this push isn't going to happen because teammates are going to be respawning, and as I say, taken down.
These passive shots from Snipe Drone don't look like they're doing much, but as long as he's tagging players, they have to think, oh, hold on a second, I'm weak. There might be a guy around here. I don't want to face a guy while I'm weak. I'm just gonna stay here for a little while, get my shields back. So good passive shots there from Snipe Drone.
And absolutely, and one of the things I was impressed with there is he didn't shoot. He knew that Flames was ring 3, but he didn't shoot straight away. He didn't just try and get angles and push. He waited for him to push him, basically. Snipe Drone waited for Flames to push and make a play, and by doing that, it allowed his rest of his teammates to respawn and push the other side of the map.
So then, what was that, 4 minutes? Just over 4 minutes left in the game. As long as Epsilon hold on to this lead, they should be okay. They'll be forcing a game number 5. However, CAZ Esports only have 4 minutes now left to get a bomb plant in order to force that overtime.
Absolutely, and Snipe Drone is just posting up here. He knows they have the lead. He knows all he has to do is defend this side of the map, and I don't think you'll be, much like in the Slag game, you will not see him moving, and that is the best play for Epsilon.
Yeah, I mean, look at him right now. He's just staring at one place. He's not even worried about the enemy team's flag. He knows where they're going to be coming from. And missing a few shots there. We gave him a lot of praise earlier on. He's just made us look really silly by missing those easy shots. But
he was in the perfect position there, though. He had an angle to their street, an angle to ring, and he could see the bomb.
Yep.
So anything that was going to have to happen in that game from CAZ was going to fall straight into his point of view.
But look at the movement, though. I mean, he had a sniper on his own hut. Suddenly, now he's in ring with rockets. Like, how does that even happen? Such great movement from Mr. Drone. As he now has ring control, he has rockets. His team are all alive. They're running the bomb into the enemy base.
And that's 3 down for CAZ.
And that's perfect. I mean, that's all he needed to do. I mean, he took down that player in ring. Now they can't get backstabbed from that area. They only need to worry about the rocks area. And this should be a fairly simple plant.
And
There were 2 Epsilon players there for the rebound just in case. But 57 decides, you know what, I'm going to die with this anyway.
Why not?
I feel like dying with it.
They've got a bomb in hand, but I think that is momentarily 4 dead. Obviously, a couple of players taken out by that bomb exploding. And Vard now looking to push this in nice and aggressive. This is what I want to see. I want to see them push hard here. See if Vard, he can get that bomb in. See if his teammates pushing up again. You saw Vard was the furthest player forward there, and his teammates were a little bit slow, almost a little bit hesitant to push up to support him.
It's a little too late there from Snake. He does get taken down in the Epsilon flank, and you know what? Vard was calling for help a few minutes ago, so a little too late. However, got shot again, posting that bomb up on the Epsilon side, but I think Epsilon have them figured out. They know, I think they watched them against Supremacy, and they thought, you know what? We know what you're going to do. You're going to try and hold the bomb on our side, so we have to come back. You know what? We're just going to stop you in the first place.
Absolutely, and that's great experience for Epsilon. They know that you can't take any opponent lightly. Whoever you're playing, if they've got strengths, you've got to make sure that you know what they are and almost make them the weaknesses, because that's what Epsilon have done in this. They know that they are committing people to push that bomb forward, but they've turned that from a strength against Supremacy into weakness because they've singled those players out, and all of a sudden they found they've had the numbers advantage in the game.
You know what I like there from Buck20? He didn't challenge. He was sat there like, you know what, I had teammates, they're going to come along. Eventually Flames will die, I hope. Right? Right, Buck20? Is that what you were thinking? You were thinking your teammates would have killed Flames by now, however they haven't. And now Flames is allowed to move this bomb into the Epsilon base. I don't think they actually know he's here.
They do need to get some kills here.
They do now that he's been shot in the back. However, Flames trying to make something happen. It is not to be, though. You do have Vard on the Epsilon side with a sniper, but 1 minute 20 left. Oh my word, Vard. Are you serious? Did you just hit that? You could have done with that a little earlier in the game, but you know what? That's fine. I'll let you off. You can hit that if you want.
He's heating up for the next game. Ed.
Oh, stop it.
Disappointing. I thought that could have been spectacular, pure spectacular.
Very saucy. Very saucy indeed. I mean, look at where the bomb is. It's in the middle of the map. There's 1 minute left on the clock. It's pretty much mathematically impossible. They would have to pretty much straight line the bomb into the Epsilon base, plant the bomb, pick it up again, and then plant it. So, looks like we are going to a game at number 5. Epsilon are going to close this one out 2-0 unless somehow CAZ can get a bomb on the board. But in 40 seconds, I don't see it happening, especially looking where the bomb is on the map at the moment.
Absolutely, and this has been just a solid performance from Epsilon. They made very few mistakes. Snipe Drone played that game perfectly. When he had to push up and they were looking for bomb plants, he was in the right place at the right time. When he had to make big defensive plays, he was there as well. He hit the shots that mattered, and he played it really smart as well. Yeah,
it was good stuff there from Snipe Drone, a stellar performance, and he earned his team the victory here at the Astro Gaming Halo 2 Anniversary Insomnia55 Finals. Wow, that's a mouthful. Can we shorten that down or anything? Is there any other words you want me to get in that title? Is there
I-55 Halo on that.
I-55 Halo, I like it.
Yep.
It's a bit shorter, I can deal with that. So it's pretty much garbage time in the game at the moment, and there we go, Epsilon on your screen, the red team forcing game number 5, which is going to be Warlord, Team Slayer. Good stuff by Epsilon. They want to close this out in 5. They don't want to go to that second best of 5. They're like, you know what, it's late. We want to go to bed. Let's wrap this up. Let's stop messing around now.
Exactly. They want to get it done. They want to get it done. As I say, game 5, that's what we're going into next. Warlord Slayer. Where's your money, Harry?
Well, I've just seen Snipe Drone run off to the toilets. So maybe that's why he didn't get as many kills as we thought he would in that game. So we're going to be a couple of minutes. We can talk for a couple of minutes, right?
I mean, he did go plus 10.
Well, maybe if he didn't need to,
he could have gone plus 20.
Go to the little
exactly.
boys'
I mean, how are we to know?
Was that affecting his performance? Only Snipe Drone knows.
Exactly.
Maybe that's something for the post-game interview. Watch out for that.
We'll make sure that we cover that key question.
Yeah.
Looking at the stats here, Snakey and Flames not having the strongest of games.
No.
And that did rhyme, but it wasn't meant to.
Yeah, so 15 assists there. Who is that? I can't see. Was that Snakey with the 15 assists?
Yep.
He was involved in over 30 gun battles. I mean, sure, that's something, but when you didn't win the game, you got pretty much outslayed, you got out-controlled on Shrine. It's not great. It's cool if you win the game and you have more assists than kills, which he didn't in that case, but he had a lot of assists. But it's like, if we don't win, stats don't matter.
Absolutely. And one thing to point out that I mentioned with Dan earlier, maybe he got a little bit too focused on that objective in that game.
Yeah.
As we can see there, 6 assists, 17 kills. To me, that sounds like he's had a bomb in his hand too much.
Yeah.
If you're not physically able to shoot and assist your team and pick up kills, maybe you just need to think about throwing that bomb out, using your weapon, not leaving your team sort of 3v4 so much, and just taking your time, taking it patiently, and just working your way up the map.
Sometimes you have to be selfish in Halo, and I think that was one of those times. Flames was like, you know what, guys, let me do the heavy lifting. That bomb's heavy. Let me move it. It's all good, don't worry. But in the end, his team didn't have the firepower to back him up, and he tried to force the issue a little bit. I feel like that's what happened in that game. However, going into game number 5, Warlord Team Slayer, we've seen CAZ in the past very, very strong on this game type. They of course won game number 1, which was Warlord Flag. We're revisiting the map. Who do you think is going to win this one? We have a snipe drone back on the stage, which is good news. Epsilon kind of need him. He's one of their players, so it's kind of important. Who's your money on? Warlord Team Slayer.
I said CAZ are going to take the series, so I've got to stick with that. I want to see another best of 5.
All right then. Game number 5 is about to get underway. The map's loading up. Don't forget, if CAZ win this game, we're going to a second best of 5, which I'm sure the production team is so happy about. However, if Epsilon win this one, it's over. It's curtains. They have won. They will be the champions. So this is going to be a tight, closely contested game, hopefully. If it's a steamroll, I'm sorry I got your hopes up, but I hope it doesn't happen.
It'll all be Harry's fault, essentially, is what he's trying to say.
I'll try to do like a rain dance or something when we're off camera. I'll try and make sure someone doesn't get steamrolled. Is that a thing? The non-steamroll dance?
Game 5?
It's late. Okay.
Game 5,
Game
Team Slayer,
number 5.
Warlord.
All right.
Epsilon need one more game to close it out to take home the victory. And we're starting on board with Godshot here, which I like the choice. And 2-0 straight away, 2-1 now.
Yeah, good stuff from the CAZ boys. Don't forget, if CAZ win this one, we're going to a second best of 5. Ooh, I don't know, man. This definitely favours CAZ. However, if you get a player like Jimbo, very strong at timing that camouflage, it could be 100% in their favour. I mean, it really could, as long as...
Godshot's going in.
Yeah, Godshot's got a shotgun right now. I think he's still playing Gears of War.
Yeah, he's going to be barrel rolling all over the place.
Is that what they call it, barrel roll?
I have no idea.
Who knows? Gears of War players, let us know.
Wall bouncing.
Wall bounce?
No idea.
Yeah, wall bouncing.
Wall bouncing, yeah.
Crab walking, I'm pretty sure that was illegal.
No
Anyway,
idea.
back to the Halo, that's what we're paid for, we should probably commentate on it. Good lead here for CAZ, however, I think that's just been shut down by Epsilon. We have Snaky here alive. No, still a 2-kill lead here for CAZ Esports. Oh man, this is nails. This is absolutely nails.
All tied up now.
It's all tied up, and the winner of this game pretty much, I mean, it decides a lot of things. It pretty much decides the tournament, whoever wins this game.
We talked about CAZ and them being a bit of a momentum team. If they can take this first series, they will believe they can win the second. That's the important thing. They know that they deserve to be there in the final, and they know that they deserve to win it as well. They've got a chance of winning it. Epsilon just need to play patient, play calm, play their game, and try and stop CAZ in their tracks.
Ooh, I like that. I was going to say, I think Snaky may be a little bit too early for that camouflage there. However, he did manage to burn it, which means he'll know the time on the next one, which is vital for his team. His coach can say, you know what, that camo's coming up in around 10 seconds, let's get up there.
I think one thing that's really important, not just getting the camo for CAZ, it's keeping it out of the hands of Jimbo.
Yeah.
As we've seen in the previous game, Jimbo is so effective when he has it, always makes great plays with it. If they can even burn it or keep it out of the hands of Jimbo, they really do have a chance in this game.
Yeah, it's not just about the quantity, it's about the quality of the camouflage from Jimbo.
Absolutely.
He's just insane when he gets that thing. He'll run straight at you with a shotgun and just say, "You alright, mate? How you doing? You're dead now."
Have a shotgun shell.
See you in around 5 seconds.
Get out of your teeth.
So anyway, CAZ Esports, we're loving CAZ at the moment. First half of the game, they are down by 4. They need a few kills here and there just to claw it back within a 2 or 3 kill game, because this is kind of the area. As long as you're down by 4 or more, that's each kill that Epsilon gets them closer to the finish line, and also you think, oh, 5 kills, 6
Absolutely.
kills, that's kind of hard for me to come back from, whereas when it's within 2, 3 or 1 like it is now, it's like, yeah, come on guys, we can do this.
They just need to try and keep the pressure up on this Epsilon. They've tied it up now. All of a sudden, Flames pushing into base, but Epsilon keeps sort of getting that 1 or 2 kill lead. I don't know how that's happening, but every time they get control, they're coming off the respawns, they're picking up the 1 shots that they've left in the previous battles, and that's just, again, great communication from the Epsilon side.
Oh, neck and neck, man. I'm getting flashbacks. It's Insomnia55. We had, who was it? Exertus versus Epsilon.
Yep.
Epsilon did not have a good time. It was game 5. I'm pretty sure it was Warlord Slayer. Renox got a camouflage, had a shotgun, just went absolutely ham. I think, I'm getting flashbacks, Mark. I don't like this.
Well, let's keep an eye on who gets that next camo in that case.
Close game though. I want to flip over to the Epsilon side very soon. Flames gets taken down. See what Buck20's doing. This team do have that 2-kill lead. Don't forget, if Epsilon win this game, they are the Insomnia55 champions.
They are, and they will want to take that win. As I say, they won the last event they attended for Halo 5. They want to start a little bit of a run here, clean up with the last Halo 2 anniversary event, take that home with them, and then move on to more Halo 5 after that.
Absolutely. So a 4-kill lead. This is kind of dangerous territory here for CAZ. They need to scrape back an Epsilon member. I mean, look, I was going to say, but if they allowed Buck20 to get away there, that could have been a key kill. His brother is posted up in a base. His team now with a 5-kill lead. This could get ugly.
It's so important to keep this going close for CAZ here. But as I say, that shotgun in the hands of Snipe Drone. Again, such a sneaky player on these small maps. He can get behind you, and if he's got that in his back pocket, he is going to make you pay.
See, this is the thing. As long as they're 6 kills up, they can just trade. They can
exactly.
Just trade kills left, right, and center. And if Snipe Drone keeps getting freebies like that, I mean, look, he's found a player weak there, bottom middle. It's pretty much a free kill. Epsilon 3 kills away. You can't see this slipping out of their hands right now. However, Snipe Drone did go down. We have Buck20 with a laser beam, and there it is. Epsilon are your Halo 2 anniversary Astro Gaming champions.
And congratulations to them, thoroughly deserved. As I say, been the most convincing team this whole event. 3-0 in Supremacy, 3-1 in the previous series, and yeah, you can't argue with them taking that home.
Strong handshakes all round as well. That's what I like to see. We've seen a few weak ones here at the tournament. Nice to see some strong handshakes from both the players.
Absolutely.
Commiserations to CAZ Esports, Vard, Flame, Snakey, and Godshot. They did a fantastic job all weekend. They pretty much came out of nowhere. No one expected them to do this well. They won't be happy with second, but a valiant performance from them, definitely.
Absolutely. Good to see players like Vard coming back to the top of their game. Players like Godshot, Snakey, really stepping up again to a level that they showed that they can compete for that first place.
Did I ever tell you how much I like Astro Gaming?
You've never told me. Please tell me again.
I love Astro Gaming headsets. If I had the choice, I'd choose them 100% of the time.
Every time.
Astro A40s, A30s, A38s,
matter.
A50s, doesn't matter. Even a mix-up, I'd choose them every single time. Astro Gaming are the bomb.
We must give a big shout out in all seriousness to Astro. They've done a great job, obviously, sponsoring this tournament. We wouldn't be here without them, so...
Hopefully we did you proud. We plugged you senselessly throughout the whole tournament. I feel like a sellout. I really do. But you know what? It's for a good cause, because I love Astro.
Absolutely.
Astro are the best. Alright guys, that's it from us. Hey, how about a big round of applause for the production and stage crew all weekend long. They've been doing their best job as they can all weekend. We're going to throw to the stage now, over to Matt from Onset and myself, Wonderboy. Thank you so much for watching. Matt, over to you.
Show your appreciation, everybody, please, for Wonderboy and Onset. Some brilliant casting from two of the nicest guys you could work with in esports. Thank you so much, gents. And what a great final between our two teams here. Commiserations, though, to CAZ Esports. A great battle. Felt like the comeback was coming on. Everybody really enjoyed watching that happening. Commiserations, though. You take our second place prize. CAZ Esports, everybody. CAZ Esports, everyone. And congratulations to our Astro Gaming Halo 2 anniversary champions, Epsilon Esports. I have a quick chat with you, Jimbo. As we were watching the teams go through that, there was an idea that CAZ Esports are a bit of a momentum team. Did you feel at any point that it was starting to slip away from you and it was going to go to another best of 5?
I think after game 3 we did sort of start to slip, and they did absolutely demolish us game 3. But we know we're quite good at coming back. We got good composure and experience, so we knew we'd come back.
And when you're playing a team who you've beaten 3-1 earlier on in the tournament, how does that affect how you strategize and line up for the final?
It did make us play a bit differently. We didn't expect them to do as well as they did. You know, fair play to them, they did so well. So it did make us change some of our gameplay and expect them to play aggressive at points to start the game, but yeah.
And you're happy with the result? Is there anything you would have changed?
No, definitely not. Can I say a quick shout out to Epsilon as well, and all of our sponsors within Epsilon, which always support us and make us game.
Well, congratulations, Epsilon. You are our Halo 2 anniversary champions. We have your prize. As I said, it has been a very long day of esports here. It's about our 16th hour on the esports stage. That is no excuse, though. Our champions, Epsilon Esports. Winning £1,500 at our Astro Gaming Halo 2 anniversary tournaments. Great congratulations to you. Thank you to everybody who's joined us all day here on Twitch, and everybody who's joined us here at Insomnia55, the UK's biggest gaming festival. Join us in December, 11th to the 14th of December, where we are moving to the NEC for Insomnia 56. Thanks to everybody who's worked so hard on all of our esports tournaments here, to all of our casters and all of our production crew, and to everyone at Insomnia who's come and joined us for all of our tournaments. Your winners, Epsilon Esports!